Alright, boys and girls, I'm recording. Whoever's fucking listening to this? Probably fucking no one. But I've just come across this nice little carving into a pole that says, I love you, be happy. Isn't that nice? Isn't that a positive thing? I was walking past this other pole just back then, and it said, fear it, Extinction Rebellion. That's great and all, Extinction Rebellion. That's good, you know, like, we are gonna fucking die, but we've got to fucking wake up. But fear, fear's not gonna change this. We're just gonna be more fearful and running around like, what the fuck? Let love guide us, not fear. You know, I haven't really fully dived deep into that sort of area, but yeah, that definitely rings truth with me in some way. That, you know, don't do things because you fear it, do things because you love it. You know, don't start rebellious groups out of fear. You're fearful that the government is gonna oppress you so much, it's gonna take away a lot of your freedom. You know, you're in fear, you're living in fear. And that's not a good thing to have, living in fear. You know, so a lot of things start out of fear. So I gotta do this because I fear my own fucking life, fucking hell. And something more like more simple example would be like getting a job because you fear other people's expectations of you. You know, you know that people are like, oh, you're not earning any money, you gotta do something about that. You know, and there's a lot of criticism hanging around you if you don't have a job, or if you're not like, doing anything that is socially and culturally normal. People are gonna shun you. They're gonna fucking shun ya. So yeah, don't do things out of fear. Like, don't get a job out of fear, because that's not what you truly want, is it? Do things out of love, you know? If you, like, properly love money, then you're gonna get a job, and, like, the people around you, is like, they're not even gonna come into the equation, you know? Or if, you know, you love that specific job, you know, you just do it because you love it, you know? But don't let fear guide you. Don't be like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Everyone else tells me to get a job. I guess I'll do that because I don't know what to do, and I don't want to live in fear. I don't want to live in these people's expectations. So it's the same for like these rebellious groups. So to say like they're doing it out of fear because they're you know, they don't want their freedom to keep getting fucking diminished more and more. They don't want their freedom to go away. So they're fucking scared, and they're doing things out of being scared. But we need to do things out of love, because if we don't, then we start blaming other people, really. You know, these rebellious groups, like, yeah, it's all the fucking government and shit. And it is, but, you know, we are just as equal as them, you know. As much as the politicians and governments are fucking corrupt, they're fucking human. And they're living beings, and we need to respect that. Their beliefs are destroying our planet, but that's my belief. You know, it's just, we're all egos. It's just my ego doesn't agree with someone else's ego. But I realize that I'm not my ego. I'm just this awareness, this consciousness, you know. And it's just the way I've been brought up, the conditioning and programming I've gone through. Same with the government and politicians and such. It's just, they've been brought up that way. They didn't have a choice in the matter. And I don't know how it came about that they're the ones that fucking got in power. But these people in power are the most fucking unconscious people. They don't know what's going on in their mind, in their brain. They're not self-aware. And they're full of hate. And they don't even realize they're full of hate. So don't fear it, because that's all it is, you know. And don't hate it, because that's the thing. Fear is negative. It's fucking low vibration. It's like, you know, everything in this universe, this physical reality, is actually vibration. It's energy vibrating at a certain frequency. And these fucking, I don't know, this could be complete bullshit, and I haven't looked into it much, but I mean, everything's energy. That's scientific fact, I'm pretty sure. So it is this, we're not, what governs this physical reality is something that's not physical, this energy, this vibration, this frequency, whatever. So, yeah, they're living at a low vibration frequency, I don't know, but they say fear is a low vibration, low frequency, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say, what the fuck are you fucking on about, Jasper? How the fuck's this fucking pseudoscience coming about? It's like, yeah, I don't fucking know. But I mean, how many of us do actually look into a lot of scientific evidence? We just sort of accept it if everyone else accepts it, If the majority think it's right, then we go, oh yeah, scientific evidence. We don't really look deeply into it, we don't fucking research it. So, this frequency and shit could become scientific evidence in the future, which everyone knows about. Anyway, let love guide us. Because if you're doing things out of love, like these rebellious groups, if you're doing these things out of love, you're doing it out of love for the human race, for the universe, doing it out of love for the just living beings, just life. But yeah, you can't simply say, we want peace all around for everyone. We want love and peace, and we want to be living in harmony. And then the next day you just go, oh, fucking Scott Morrison, the fucking cunt's doing this. Fucking sick of this cunt. Wish he'll die. And it's like, what the? You just fucking said you wanted fucking peace and harmony. Now you're spreading hate. Like, what are you doing? So it's like that. And yeah, it's fucking hard because it's like it's a sort of like a paradoxical loop that you can get into. Like, I sometimes find myself firstly hating these like politicians and the government and shit, but then hating people that hate that. See a lot of people on like Facebook with like, they're like so like they're like environmentalists and like eco-friendly and vegan and all that, but then they're just like spreading hate about the government and stuff. And then I get angry at them for spreading hate, because if they're spreading hate, then they just, the whole initial argument has gone down the fucking toilet. But then mine has as well. So you got the fucking initial hate, which is the government, unconscious hate. They don't fucking realize it. And then you got these environmentalists and peace and harmony for everyone sort of people hating that. And then I'm hating that they're hating that unconscious hate, which is, again, unconscious. So we really need to fucking wake up and stop fucking being hypocrites and stop contradicting ourselves and just try and really fucking align our beliefs with our actions and stand up for what we think is true. Because if you think that we should all live in peace and harmony and everyone should get along and unity and all this, then if you truly believe that, then you wouldn't be spreading hate towards specific people. You'd be doing it out of love. You would be concerned, really. But also in a bit of a comedic way, it is funny. Like, life's a fucking joke. We're all gonna fucking die one day. It's weird. It's a cosmic giggle. Life's funny. But yeah, like, call these people out by all means, but call their beliefs and their systems out in respect and love. Everyone has fucking feelings. Everyone has fucking feelings. You should be empathetic even to the fucking worst person on earth. But you wouldn't be if you're fucking labeling them as the worst person on earth. But you know what I mean? Like, so call out these people's policies, their beliefs and stuff, but still show that respect, because it's no one's fucking choice. We're like, fuck. We didn't have the choice in what our thoughts and beliefs were going to be, which is a fucking weird thing to think about, because whose choice was it? So we get down to, well, I was born into a world. I didn't choose my parents. I didn't choose what country I was going to live into, my environment. I didn't fucking even choose what planet I was going to live on. So I'm here. I'm here now. Didn't have a choice in that. I'm fucking here. Welcome me. Who the fuck even am I? Am I different to everyone? Am I separate? Anyway, so I'm here, and then, I'm so fucking dumb. All I have is awareness. I've got no programs into me. I've got nothing to do. I've got a blank screen with nothing, right? And then my parents, I observe my parents doing shit, talking, walking, then I decide to walk, then I decide to talk. Then I go to school, not my decision, my parents made me go. And then teachers tell me shit that they think is true, so I'm like, okay, that's true. Whatever true is, they tell me what true is, they tell me what false is, I go, okay, yep. Why would you lie to me? Obviously you wouldn't, because, you've been here longer than I am, you fucking know the world better than me, so I trust you. And then this cycle just keeps going on. You grow up and people tell you this shit. You watch the news and you go, yep, okay, that's our world. Yep, I'm getting familiar with it. Okay, I know how to act now. I'm gonna get a job after school, gonna do this and that. And all these things we think is not us. We didn't have the choice to think about this shit. We were fucking bombarded with all this fucking information, which was telling us what to think, not how to think. Right? Wasn't telling us how to think for ourselves. They were telling us what we should be thinking about. And a lot of these things that we are thinking about is very fucking detrimental to our well-being, our fucking mental health and our fucking physical health. And a lot of people are trapped in this cycle of fucking getting up early in the morning, I fucking gotta go to work, that they don't want to go to. And then they're fucking 70 years old. And they're like, oh, I didn't fucking really do what I wanted to do in my life. I sort of fucking wasted it. And then, they're dead. Fuck. It's really fucking sad that this happens. But the thing is, it's no one's fucking fault. You could say, well, it's my parents' fault for teaching me this. Or it's my teacher's fault for teaching me this. Society's fault for teaching me this. Culture's fault for teaching me this. Yeah, but where did those things all originate from? Other people down the line that were creating these systems and ideologies. But where did they come from? Someone's mind. But where did that come from? And then it just goes back to the idea of, well, it all came about from just fucking evolution. And then where did fucking evolution come from? Just, that's just how the fucking universe works. And all these conditions. And it seems to me that everything is predetermined. If this is all the case, if this is the case that I'm the way that I am now because of my past experiences and the thoughts that I have that led me to this point, and all those, I got that from other people, and they got that from other people, and those people got it from other people, and it keeps going down. And then you get to like, well, I think the way I do now because of the Big Bang, It seems like everything's fucking predetermined. I can't remember where I was going with this. What was I even fucking talking about before? I don't even know. It's predetermined, so basically everything's just unfolding the way it should. Not should. Nothing has to do anything. It's just unfolding at the pace that it is unfolding. It's like, how long are you going to be? How long is this going to take? It's going to take as long as it takes. Oh, what the? No, how long is it going to fucking take? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? It's going to take as long as it takes. What? It's like that, everything is because it just is. Everything is unfolding just the way it unfolds. Everything is happening. Everything's fucking predetermined. It's weird thinking that, isn't it? We haven't got control of anything. And if you think like, nah, surely I got free will. Surely I've, if I know this, if I realise that everything happens for a reason, surely, everything happens for a reason, not what I meant. If everyone, I can't even fucking speak. If everything's predetermined, and I realise this, surely I have the free will to break out of that and then just fucking do something crazy. But then, that decision was predetermined because of your other decisions you made in life and your other thoughts and beliefs in life. It all led up to that moment. If you didn't have a specific one of these beliefs or reasonings or whatever, then you might never have done that crazy thing. And that, it seems like everything happens just the way it does. Yeah, so I really don't know what to do with that information. Well, with that information just sort of shows that fucking nothing matters, really. Everything's just gonna happen the way it does. And that doesn't mean we don't have to try. It doesn't mean, everything is just gonna happen the way it does. We sit down and do nothing. No, do what you want to do. Just be you. And, if I was to sit down and go, nothing matters, it would be in a negative sense. Because there are things that do things that, I want to do things. Look, I'm fucking doing this podcast, or whatever it fucking is. I make songs, I make music, I make films. It's things that I want to do because, I don't know, just the way I am, just the way I've been, just my conditioning, or the fucking nature of me, my existence. It's just what I want to do. Just like these politicians ruining the world is what they want to do. It's just what they want to do. But I want to spread this message of love and peace and try and, have a better world. And what is better, what is worse? They're constructs, they're sort of survival instincts, really. They're like, as a human, we have better and worse. But in the universe, is the universe malevolent or benevolent? Or is it just is? Who the fuck knows? But I mean, the thing is would you rather everyone be living in peace and harmony, or would you rather some people have no money, other people have heaps of money, people fucking living on the streets, people fucking dying because of the government, people dying even though we have enough to go around, we have the fucking resources, the money, the energy, the time, every fucking thing to make a fucking human paradise, except there we have people controlling us, greedy fucking cunts. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I don't know, what can I say, And yeah, that is worse. What is better is this paradise, and what is worse is death. Because we all know what fucking pain feels like. And that's the thing. As a human, there is a good and bad. Bad is pain, good is unity, fucking harmony. So, I don't know. I don't know why we have to survive. It's like our natural instinct to survive. You don't see a fucking rabbit going, you know what, I can't really be fucked finding some food today, might just fucking sit in my den and just fucking die. But yeah, every animal strives to survive. So it's like a law in the universe where, we just want to survive. And why the fuck shouldn't we? Look at this fucking beautiful earth. It's fucking beautiful. Everything's fucking beautiful here. I mean, we are just like a bacteria. We're fucking so small in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'm just a fucking bacteria speaking here, but... So yeah, as a human, there's a good and bad, I'd say. And so what I want to be doing is spreading this love, and what I want is unity. Even though my subconscious and unconscious behaviours sometimes don't align with that belief, because I do get anxious and depressed, and a lot of these, anger and a lot of these things, especially when people are involved, if people are involved, that's my weakness, my subconscious program is just like, yeah, it's hard to bring the light of consciousness in, be aware of what's actually going on in my mind and stop it and just fucking do what I'm doing now, just fucking speaking freely, So it is hard to align your beliefs with your actions sometimes, but if I can say shit here, and if this is the only way I can spread love and unity and whatever, then that's what I'm gonna do. And I want to do it. I want to share it with other people in real life as well, but that will come about if it comes about, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But like I said, I'm not too worried. everything's fucking predetermined, so everything happens how it happens. So my message here is basically, yeah, there are some fucking people fucking up our planet and not even realising that killing their own species and other species, I mean, fucking slaughterhouses, what the fuck's going on there? Fucking all these animals, like, they're literally just us, pretty much. Like, they're not much different to humans, you know. But anyway, so what the fuck am I saying? The message is, there are some people out there who are they're killing people, not realizing it, and well, they're the catalyst for killing people, you know. They're not fucking directly chopping people's heads off, but you know, a lot of people are being very oppressed, and sometimes to the point of death, by these governments and people in power and control. But like I said, it's not the people, it's their beliefs that are the problem. It's their thoughts that are the problem. It's their problems that are the problem. It's not specifically them, though. You know, I think we're all sort of designed the same in a way, and I think we're all empathetic creatures, really. We all have the potential. Fucking get ScoMo a therapist and we'll be alright. Get him a fucking spiritual guru or some shit. I don't know. So all I'm saying is that we have to spread love, and we can't spread hate. If we fucking want love all around, if we want unity, empathy, compassion, if we want these things, which we fucking do, like, don't even fucking disagree. we fucking do want these things. Like, it'd be fucking great if we had them. So if you want all these things, don't be fucking spreading hate. But that's me trying to control you. Do what you fucking want. But these are just my insights of what I think. If you want peace around, then you can't be also spreading hate around. You know, pick one or the other and stay true to it. Which is like, you know, the governments, politicians are not. I mean, see ScoMo, like, it's funny, like, I'm not into politics at all, right? Because it is properly spreading fear, and if I get too into it, I get negative. I get like, argh. And that's the thing. That's not a good thing to get into. But anyway, you know, he's like up on stage or whatever, talking about shit. He's like, yes, we're gonna fucking, you know, I want to fucking help people. Everyone deserves this. Like, yes, fucking human rights. And then it's just like, someone says in the audience, it's like, oh, but what about this? Just like a genuine question. And he's like, well, I fucking already said that. He's like, yes, peace and harmony for all. Yes. And then someone's like, oh, can I ask you a question? What about this? And he's like, well, fucking listen up, cunt. I fucking told you. Like, fuck, you're not listening. You fucking hell, man. And he just gets pissed off with it. It's like, well, what's the deal then, fucking ScoMo? Do you fucking want peace and love for everyone, or do you just fucking hate people? Well, he fucking hates people. But he's not conscious of it. I'm fucking pinpointing one person, you know. I'm fucking sorry, ScoMo. It's just a lot of people. We're all corrupt. The collective consciousness just is how it is, you know. The minority of people who know the truth behind all this shit, you know the truth of how insignificant we are in the whole universe. Look how fucking small we are. We're a fucking dust, a fucking speck of dust. When people know this truth, and when people realize the truth that we're all the same if we take away our beliefs and our thoughts and everything, there are people out there in the world that realize this and realize that you can't fucking stop hate with hate. You can only stop hate with love. But it's the minority of people in this world. But the collective consciousness is just the average Joe. But the minority of these, what I'd say, smart people who actually know what they're, you know what life's about, and just go, okay, I'm going to die one day. Nothing really matters. Everything's all good. These people eventually are going to become the majority. And then when they are, there's going to be another minority that's a bit smarter than them. And then they're going to become the majority. And then there's going to be another minority that's a bit smarter than that majority. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that we're wrong now. It's just that we're more wrong than what we could be. Because how do we know the fucking absolute truth in anything? I mean, the absolute truth, all I know is that something exists. Something is here. There's something, not nothing. There's something. That's all I can say is absolute truth. Everything else is relative. Everything else is relatively true. So anyone who has lots of insights about shit and is like scientists or philosophers and whatever that seem to be smarter than the average Joe are smarter, but that doesn't mean they're smart. You know, they're still wrong, but they're less wrong than the average Joe, the collective consciousness. So, you know, because here's me and I'm like, oh, yep, you know, I think I know what I'm talking about. Like, this makes sense to me. It's because it's just where I am at the moment. But, like, imagine in fucking 200,000 years. Imagine if the human race was still around in 200,000 years' time. Looking back at me, I'd be like a fucking ant. I'd have the fucking consciousness of an ant. I'd be fucking dumb as fuck to them. It's just about evolving and finding out, being more aware of shit. And that's, I think, you know, if we can just all be aware a lot of the time that we are all human beings and everyone has different thoughts and beliefs and that we all didn't have a choice in that. And if we're aware that we are on planet Earth rotating around this fucking fireball that's rotating in a fucking galaxy, you know, if we realize the fucking size of the universe, and we don't even know the size of the universe, but if we realize the fucking size of the observable universe, even just the fucking size of Earth, you know, if we just realize we're so small and insignificant, if we realize we are all going to die one day, we can be so much happier and at peace with everything if we realize these truths. Because, yep, it's true, we're all going to die one day. And it's true that these thoughts and beliefs that we have are, I mean, most of it is not our choice, and we should be able to see past it and be compassionate, a human to a human. You know, we should all be able to have a human to human talk and agree to disagree, accept that other people are going to have different beliefs than you. If we can all have this awareness, then yeah, we would be more at peace. But yeah, it's easier said than done because of programming and conditionment that's gone on in people's lives. For me, anyway, you know, it's hard because I say all this shit. I say, like, if we can just, you know, get our awareness back and, you know, everything will be alright, you know. It's like, this is the way to live, guys, don't you see? And then here I am in the real world, not actually doing what I'm saying, you know, not practicing what I preach, so to speak. And yeah, I don't want to be like that. It's not me being fake, or it's just that it is fucking hard to walk your talk. I think you do have to talk before you walk, though. I mean, I don't really talk to anyone about this stuff because I don't walk it always. But here, you know, just by myself talking, like, it's interesting to me. These things are interesting. That's why I talk about it, because they're interesting things to me and they do make sense. But it is hard to put it into practice because it is very out there compared to what we have learnt. And it is hard to unlearn all these programs in us that is detrimental to our well-being, and then learn these new ones that are saying, like, oh, nothing matters, everything's fucking fine, we're all gonna die one day, we're a speck of dust, we're all the same, nothing matters, just get along with everyone, it's all good. That's a completely different paradigm of thinking compared to the one that most people have. But I assure you, if you can get to that, you'll have a better understanding of life and you'll feel fucking way more free than ever before. You fucking won't even have anxiety or any of this shit, or anger. But yeah, I mean, life is the way it is. The collective consciousness is the way it is. People are the way that they are. And we're constantly evolving. Let's hope we don't fucking blow ourselves into smithereens, because we could do that. We're on the fucking tipping point where we could be extinct in a blink of an eye. But let's hope we don't do that and get past this, and let's hope everyone can bring the light of awareness in and just keep growing that. So, yeah, I don't know what this was about. Basically, love is the answer, guys. As fucking cheesy as it sounds. And as hard as it fucking sounds to do. Really, life is about learning how to accept your neuroses, your thought patterns and your conditionment. It is really accepting it, because it is hard to fucking break away from it and fucking leave it on the floor and just leave it. You know, it is. We are who we are. Everything makes us who we are. But I think what we can do is accept our thought patterns, neuroses and stuff. Because when we accept them, we just see them as, you know, just something that has happened to us. You know, it's just something that occurs within us, but it's not actually us. You know, when we can break away from the idea that our thoughts are us, if we can break away and see that our thoughts are not actually us, our beliefs are not actually us, the things that arise in our head are not us, if we can truly see that, then we can be more free and accepting of ourselves and accepting of other people and accepting of everything, the whole world. And like I said, that doesn't mean you have to sit down and just do nothing. Fight for what you believe in. Of course, you're going to have preferences, but try not to be attached to those preferences. Try not to attach your identity with anything. Try not... I don't know what I'm saying. Do what you fucking want. Do what you want. One of the things I was talking about to be more aware is that we do have to contemplate death and realize that we are only here for a short time. And then that begs the question, who are we? What even are we? Like I said, we're not our thoughts or our beliefs. So what are we? This awareness, this consciousness. But then there's other people out there, isn't there? There's other animals out there. So who are they? Is there separate awarenesses? Is there separate consciousnesses? But you see, if you didn't have any sort of programs or thoughts, how would you... I don't fucking know. It's a confusing thing. Basically, here's a thought that I have that could be potentially true. Is that... So we take away our beliefs, our thoughts. We're all the same as everyone else, right? They've all got that awareness going through them. But then it's like, okay, what about like bacteria? That's living, isn't it? Does that have consciousness? But it's living. You know, it may not have any pain receptors or anything. You know, it might not care if it dies, but it could. Surely it's still aware in some sense, because it's doing something. It's moving. And then you look at an atom, and like that's moving in some way. Is it? I don't know. But you look at like planets and shit, and they're all moving, and gravity, and you know, it's alive. What I'm saying is everything is alive. Even this concrete that I'm sitting on right now is alive in some sort of sense. So everything's alive in this universe. So the universe is alive. So it could be that, so let's say the universe is conscious. What I was getting at was, when we die, yes, our thoughts, our beliefs, our body, everything that defines us as us dies. But we are all one. We're one with the universe. The universe is one. And that universe is probably one with another fucking universe. And that universe is probably one with another. Or whatever else there is beyond the universe. So when I die, when everyone dies, we die as a separate entity in this whole one conglomeration. But where do we go after that? we're still energy, and energy does not die. Energy only transforms. So maybe we go into the soil and we live in there. You know, there may not be an afterlife like people know. Like, oh yeah, you get reincarnated into a bird or some shit. But there may be an afterlife where all your energy just goes into the earth, into the soil, or it goes into like a rock or something, or maybe it does get reincarnated, but your energy goes into something else, and then you live on in some completely different way that is so alien to anything you've ever known. I don't know, I'm really just fucking spitting bullshit out now. I don't fucking know anything. I've got nothing else to talk about. Love is the answer. Peace and compassion is sometimes hard because of our programs. But if we realize that, you know, it's just, everything's okay. Everything's okay, guys. It's all okay, guys. We're all gonna die one day. We're a speck of dust. If that doesn't make you feel free, I don't know what will. So, thank you for listening, guys. Hope you got something out of this. I'll see you guys. Won't see you. You'll listen to me next time. You listen to me next time, guys. See you later. What? Okay. Bye.